facebook.com/RX931. Hello, everybody. Did you like our new OBB on Facebook Live?
Hello.
Sorry.
Happy
There you go.
anniversary
Yeah,
week to
you have to
everybody
mute.
on Facebook
Muted.
Live. Good
Hello.
morning.
Good morning. Where is Chico?
Good
We need a Chico
morning.
Garcia up in her.
What happened to the Chico Garcia?
Okay, so let's just say hello to the monsters tuned in first.
So saying hi to Nathaniel Trilliana, hi to Adrian Cassis, Pawi Tapalia, locked in, Nero de Guzman, saying hi. Enzo Hernandez, everyone saying happy anniversary to us. Yes, it is the anniversary week.
Yes,
It's
it
a special
is.
anniversary week for all of us today. So there you go. We got Chico Garcia in the
Yes,
building.
hello there,
And
everybody.
in the dark. Oh, there.
In the
Oh,
dark.
no.
Oh,
Uh,
there you go.
Oh no.
what's going on?
Okay.
Okay, okay,
Say
okay,
hello
okay.
to Jay Ryan.
And
Hi.
Mary
an
Alex.
arm has been
Hi.
spotted.
Hey.
Oh, an arm.
Ay,
Oh,
nako, Hazel
okay.
Aguilon. Ewan ko
Whose
sa'yo.
arm is that?
Okay.
Bakit sa arm?
Alam mo, ang bilis talaga ni
May
Hazel.
nakita ko sa likod.
Ah,
Oh,
Oh, that's
May
so
patablet
cute.
sa
baby.
likod.
May ano,
Uh-huh.
grooming day
Pa-
today.
bare
Grooming day.
arm.
Oh.
Bare arm.
It's
Nyo? Or ng
grooming day.
But I don't think
grooming
it's
day
much
nyo?
of a bear. More of a...
Alam mo,
More
wait
of a...
lang speaking of, may pakailamera sa Facebook.
Mm.
Kasi, nag-post si Baby Whale. Diba? Ng photo. So, nilike ko na. But then I
Nag-comment
also
pa.
wanted to say hello. So, nag-comment ako. Hello. Tapos may waving emoji. Tapos akong sumagot si Rica.
Oh my gosh.
sabi ko, unahan yorn.
Please ng comment.
Oo.
Ganon.
May hello lang eh.
Merong ano, no? Biglang, ano.
Oh my
Ay,
gosh.
nako.
Ay.
Tsaka weird. Alam mo ba, yung grooming day namin today, it's so weird. We're bringing one dog and one cat.
Oh.
Which one?
Sabay sila. Isis
Isis and Cairo?
and Cairo.
Oh, the fluffies.
Yeah, the fluffy. Sila kasi yung medyo...
Was that
Kasi
Cairo, yung kanina?
that was Cairo.
Oh,
The Egyptians. You're taking the Egyptians to the vet.
Oh, yeah! Oo nga, Cairo and Isis.
Oo nga, no? Oh my... Chico, can you do the TikTok thing where they play yung parang crunching sound?
Oh, yeah, for
Tapos,
the
kunyari,
dog.
kakagatin mo yung dog, pero paparinig mo sa kanyang parang kinakain mo siya.
We tried it, pero parang wala namang effect. I mean, we tried it like off-cam, like just to see if they'll react. Wala naman.
Ah, wala.
parang- Wala, dead ma.
With church?
Sabi ni Church kayo, no?
What just happened?
Wala. As in, dead ma siya. Sobrang
But
dead
I
ma.
do that all the time to Kinjo. Kayla's dog looks like fried chicken. So I was like, Kinjo, I'm gonna eat you. I always do that to him, and he just looks at me like kind of weirdly, and I'm like, I'll stick you in the oven. I'll stick you in the oven. I'll
Grabe.
fry you.
It's
And then he'll
funny
just look at
'cause-
me like that and
It's
smile.
funny because on TikTok, a lot of the dogs sometimes, like, alam mo yung they don't naman hurt the owner, pero yung they show their teeth, yung parang,
Oh.
Yeah.
giggle factor.
Tsaka nakakatawa, sabi ni Henry, ang stalker daw ni Baby Whale, si Hazel. Pero ang stalker ni Hazel, si Rica. So,
That's so
Oo.
true. You know what?
Alam mo yung-
If you type app on my phone, any of the apps, laging number one, si Hazel. number one or number two? Number one or number two?
Oh.
di ba? So, here we go.
Hindi ikaw yung top viewer ko sa stories, Hazel.
Uy, I
Tampo
view
na
you all the
ako.
time, ah.
Ako
How
din, I
does that
view
work,
you.
ba? What do you mean top viewer?
Ano, when you view their stories, most of the time, like ikaw usually yung first
Ah, okay.
na lalabas dun sa list.
Okay.
But if you
And,
don't, is it like the top 10 that come out?
I'm not sure eh. Parang may ganun may number eh. But yeah, anyway.
We've got our top 10 for today. How to survive an LTR. Let's start off with Haytin. Okay, this will be interesting. I don't really count years. I've never celebrated monthsaries. I forget anniversaries. Ang importante lang sa akin, alam kong may taong nagmamahal sa akin. How do you feel about that? You don't think that's important to celebrate mga anniversaries?
I think it is. I mean, it's not important to have a grand celebration or to buy each other presents. Although, of course, I want you to buy me a present. But it's just knowing, parang ano lang siya, landmark, ganun. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's good to know na, uy, 10
Ako
years
rin.
na kami, or
Ako
5
din.
years na kami.
Or just I mean, you don't have to make grand celebrations, but at least a simple happy anniversary, babe, would do.
For me, dinner. Dinner,
Ako,
yeah.
a simple diamond every year. I mean, hello, that's not too much, is it?
Right? Ako rin.
Okay.
I agree.
I'm not one for gifts.
Alam mo, sa
kasi.
totoo lang, yun yung naisip ko kanina when you read the entry, na parang, yeah, I mean, like, it's fine if you don't want to celebrate, but I do want to celebrate just so I can get gifts, so that we can get gifts for each other.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes,
You know what,
Yeah.
Hazel? Ano ko lang correct ko lang when they say milestone, they don't mean diamonds.
Oh, yes.
They don't mean diamond, okay? Just so you know.
No, they don't mean diamonds, but they mean a mile-long line of
It
diamonds.
doesn't have to be diamonds, okay? I
Mm-mm.
mean, sometimes you can get me an
Rubies,
emerald, a
rubies,
ruby.
Emeralds, pearls,
Hindi naman ako
whatever.
a sapphire.
As long as they're stones.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Hollow blocks, yun ang bibigay ko sa'yo. Panghilod. Panghilod, yun ang bibigay ko
May I
sa'yo.
ask, what is the most amazing thing you've gotten from a significant other?
Like,
Like,
for an anniversary?
yeah, or it doesn't have to be, actually not travel. We're not talking travel. We're talking
An
like,
item?
literal
Something?
item.
Ako a vintage watch. Kasi they were into watches.
Mm.
And they got me a vintage watch with like the whole certificate, na the year it was made, and they contacted the maker of the watch and everything. It was a whole shebang. So even though it's not like the most expensive, extravagant gift, I just thought that the effort was really nice.
Ako natawa lang ako kasi the one that's most memorable for me is not necessarily the biggest gift or the most expensive gift, but the circumstance. Kasi di ba nakwento ko naman sa inyo, Baby Whale has zero EQ when it comes to like surprises.
Yeah.
So sobrang happy niya na binila niya ako ng phone na super gusto ko. Like I've been saying, I wanna buy this phone, I want this phone. Tapos binili niya. Eh hindi siya nakapagpigil. 2 months before my birthday, binigay na
Oh my God!
God.
hindi niya matiis. Kasi sobrang siyang excited. Alam mo yun, sobrang excited niya. Hindi niya talaga kaya. Bigla na lang one day, parang out of nowhere ha. Alam mo yun, nakaupo lang ka. Ay, ayoko na. Oh, ito na gift ko sa'yo. Hindi niya talaga kaya. If you have like mga surprise, like, don't. You know?
Oh, talaga. Did they buy you
Don't tell
another
me,
gift
Will.
for your birthday? Like a smaller gift? Kasi ang aga niya nabigay eh.
Hindi ko na hindi na yata. Kasi nga parang yun na yung gift.
When
Ako,
they pronounce ni
before-
Baby Whale, they, them.
At saka
Dinay ko na. Galing
Oo
ko.
nga, oo nga.
Dinay na ni Hazel.
Tsaka,
Oo.
pag kukuntsabahin nyo siya, kunyari, bibigyan nyo ako ng gift or something, you have to tell them, na it's because that's the gift that you want to give me. Kasi, nung huli kong birthday, sabi ni Baby Whale sa akin, bakit tinatanong ni Markki kung anong issue na nung 13 meron ka?
Nakakainis! Dapat hindi ko collateral yung si Baby Whale. Nakakainis.
OMG!
Oh my God!
Oh no!
So sabi niya,
So you
bakit
have
sa
to
akin-
say that this is for a gift.
Yes.
ganon.
Sabi niya, bakit sa akin niya tinatanong? Di ba comments mo na?
Hindi nga niya ako sinagot eh.
Tapos sabi ko sa kanya, natatawa na ako, no? Sabi ko, sabihin mo na lang sa kanya yung issue 1, yung meron ako.
Pero hindi niya ako sinagot.
Hindi ba niya sinagot? Sinagot ka!
binigay ko na lang. I was like, I
Sina-
don't know if you have it. Diba that's what I said by disclaimer
Sinagot
when I...
ka!
Hindi.
Kaya kailangan sasabihin mo talaga sa kanya.
Kaya
Kasi
uy, buti pa yung kay Markki In fair, hindi sinabi sa'yo, di ba?
Hindi,
Kasi ako,
yeah.
nagtanong ako yung birthday ni Markki.
Oo.
Hindi
Oo
yan
nga.
Hindi yan
Really?
nagsasabi. Very good at
Hindi
secret
nag-reveal.
keeping.
Very
yan.
good, very good.
And then saka ang version ni
Very good
Baby
at
Whale
secret
ng Keeping a Secret, sasabihin niya sa'yo, nako, I'm so excited. Tapos sasabihin mo, bakit? Basta! yun ang version niya. Na-excite siya kasi pag may surprise. Kaya, you have to be like very specific na wag mong sasabihin.
Cute. Alam mo, bagay talaga kami ni Baby Whale. Di ba ayoko ng surprises?
Hello?
Ayan na naman tayo eh. Oo.
Yeah. Actually, I think the nicest gift I got was
A
a
trip?
well, no, trips. Madaming trips.
Hindi, item, di ba?
Item. Was a Swiss watch. Was it Swiss? Panerai. Yeah. It was a nice one. Tapos sabi niya, if this relationship ends, please keep it. You know what I did?
Aww.
I lost it
No.
No!
Markki Stone!
in my other ex's place.
Oh no!
Tapos tinanong ko siya, have you seen it? Is it there? Sabi niya, no, wala siya dito. So, yun.
You know what? Feeling ko,
Baka ginagamit pa niya.
Normal. Like yung pag-searchable na Panerai watches. $9,000!
wow! Ang mahal! Beshi, wow!
Talagang, that just proves, you know what? That just proves time is gold.
I sent
Ang
you a
mahal.
message on Viber.
What is
Ang
it?
mahal. Diyos ko.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Minsan yung mga regalo nagiging weapon. Kasi when I think about it, I have an ex who used to buy me a new phone like parang every year for my birthday. Tapos naisip ko parang kasi he's also the ex who likes to check my phone, like looks at my messages or whatever. Tapos alam mo yung parang, of course, because he bought it, he gave it to me. I kind of almost feel like I can't say no and he says, I want to see your phone or I want to check your phone.
Because he got it. But then it's yours
Yeah,
already.
I
That's
know,
so
I know. But
weird.
in a way, parang meron siyang control over me. I guess I was younger then. So obviously, I was more impressionable and easier to manipulate. So, feeling ko nagkaroon ng gano'n na parang, because he gave it to me, I almost feel like, okay, I guess you can look at the phone or whatever. Anyway, wala lang. Medyo may manipulation factor.
And ano naman, from Kirth Uy, pag friends lang to ha, it would help if walang overlap in our taste in women. Madalas dyan ang away eh. Pag gusto nyo the same girl.
If you like the
Yeah.
same person, it's always a problem. Well,
Yeah.
Kami ni Chico.
Kami ang pwede mag-away.
Yes! We agree!
We agree!
or, in some situations, you can always share.
Share! Ready ka na ba, Chico?
Hindi ako ready. Hindi ako ready.
Chico, kung ako, share.
Hala!
Alam mo, Chico, doing aerobics for you!
Kasi alam mo, hindi Rica, alam mo kung bakit? Kasi pag kay Markki, 2-in-1. Two in one. Oh, diba? And coming from the super malas guy, wag kayong magpapanood ng breakup movies or breakup songs para wag sila magkaroon ng idea. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Pero sa akin naman, just go hello. And from Archer Aguilar, enjoy doing nothing together. That's actually one of my favorites. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
second to doing something awesome, right? Like traveling. Pero sa akin, I cherish being able to spend the whole day doing nothing together and not feel like you wasted your time and actually feel like that was nice, just spending time together. Yeah. Love
Yeah.
it.
You know what? Yesterday, we watched this really nice Pixar movie. Have you guys seen Luca?
I watched
Not
it.
yet.
Oh, I
You
haven't.
watched
I have
it?
not.
They haven't
Luca
admitted
and
it yet.
Alberto.
Yeah, they haven't admitted it. Disney has not admitted it, but I'm telling you, this is the first Pixar BL.
Oh,
But I didn't
cute.
like the end. I didn't like that they had to. Never mind.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about the end because these people probably want to
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
it. But
yeah.
it's so
I don't wanna
interesting.
spoil it.
Like, let's just say the premise. It's about like shokois, like literal shokois in Italy, as opposed to mermaids where they're beautiful and they have a tail. These are like they look like shokoi, and when they come up to breathe, they turn into humans.
Oh.
And it's like
Oh.
the opposite of the Little Mermaid. Um, like, well, she loses her voice, but these guys, when they see the little items from the people, the land monsters, humans who live on Earth, they get intrigued. So these ones went on land, and these are two boys who are exploring Italy together and want a Vespa where they can travel
The world.
Italy,
Explore the world.
explore
diba?
the world hand in hand, riding on the same Vespa together. It's so good. You guys
It's
have to check it
cute.
out.
Yeah.
Luca.
That's cute.
Nakakaluka. And
Luca.
Luca.
from Camilo, how to survive an LTR, bigyan ng incentives ang matagal nyo ng customers kasi sila ang nagiging solid base ng inyong business. That's for like, ato naman, alam mo yung long-term relationship between, di ba like when one time I had super tampo with a restaurant that
Yes.
I regular, kasi sa akin parang, dapat naaalala nyo yung mga customers
true.
nyo na super regular.
Mhm.
And yes, give them something extra because they're giving you something extra.
Mhm.
Instead of eating in different restaurants and putting their money in other businesses, they're putting it in yours. So you
think
have to be able to, give them something extra as well.
True. I think that also is the best way, or one of the best ways, to handle customer care when you have a small business. Because I get
Yes.
it
Yes.
with a big company, you have all the money to spare. But when you're a small business, parang that's where you bank on. Remembering their faces, their names, and I think that's why one of the most famous coffee chains in the world. Diba that's parang dun sila yung parang pagkapasok mo palang the usual. You would
Yeah.
think na, ay, naalala nila ako. That's why
Exactly.
it's so successful, right?
And the top, how to survive an LTR, comes from Archer Aguilar and Green Andrew.
They both say.
Archer Aguilar says, how to survive an LTR? Love me, even on the days that even I don't love myself. Alam mo yung sobrang, you're so down in the dumps and you feel like a big nobody. And then they're there for you and say, you know what? I love you. So, that counts for a lot. And coming from Green Andrew, keep in mind that every couple you see online is putting their best foot forward. Don't make them the standard.
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi parang that's not real. Don't base yourself or don't parang compare yourself to something that isn't really real. That's like a press release. Social media isn't real. So, you just be careful when it comes to mga ganyan.
Yeah.
And so there you go. Team Booth will be playing a couple of songs, but we will stay on Facebook Live.
Hello.
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 Okay, what's the plan? Do we have time
For
or
yeah, go
mag-aano
lang.
kagad tayo? Okay. Sige.
It's Celebrity Crush Day or TMR, the morning crush, right?
Is
Ah,
it?
Is it?
I thought you
Or
prepared
oh,
something,
you have a
Chico.
game. Okay, okay. Sorry.
yeah.
Go.
Okay. So, quick game. So for today, 'di ba parang it's our 25th anniversary and just to inspire everybody and talk about long-term ganito, long-term ganyan. So I thought we should do like a quiz on world records. Pero not specific to radio, musical records. Okay? So yung mga longest
Okay.
ganyan,
All right. Like
pinakamaraming
mga
ganyan.
billboard records and stuff.
Halo-halo. Yeah, some are billboard,
Okay.
some are just like in general. So, let's start off with the first question. In 2017, ito medyo, this is the record na hindi masyadong okay. This artist became associated with the largest drop for a number one single in Billboard history, which fell from number one to number 17 on the Billboard Hot 100. Di ba usually
Biggest drop.
biggest drop? Di ba usually one na magiging number two, magiging number three. Ito from
Was it a
one,
recent song? When you,
2017.
I have a guess.
Mm,
Dessert.
no.
Oh.
2017. Okay, ano, clue. Favorite ni Rica.
Rihanna.
Rihanna.
The Weeknd.
The Weekend.
Call
So,
out my name.
the song is Heartless.
Heartless.
Oh.
It fell from number one to number 17 the following week.
Ouch.
Yeah. Okay, next. Ito, a little easier. Having broken 11 different Guinness World Records in his career, this rapper scored his latest record in early 2020, which is the fastest rap verse in history. A staggering 224 words in 31 seconds.
Fastest rapper?
Is it in when was that? When did you say?
2020. I won't say the title of the song kasi that gives it away.
Fastest?
The fastest rap verse in history.
As in well known to?
The artist is well known. I don't know about the song.
Eminem?
Not Eminem.
Eminem is correct.
Eminem!
Oh, okay.
Eminem.
For
Yeah.
the song,
Eminem isn't the fastest rapper because when you say fastest, I think of like
Busta
Busta
Rhymes.
Rhymes
Yes,
first,
yes.
and but then parang 2020, parang wala namang anything significant na release si Busta Rhymes as far as I know. So
the song is Godzilla, in case you want to listen
well,
to
there
it.
you go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
224 words in 31 seconds. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, this list was made 5 days ago. So kung merong nag-break ng record within 5 days, this is like as of 5 days ago. So this artist is the female musician with the most subscribers on YouTube and the most followers on Instagram and the most streams on Spotify in 1 year for a female artist in 2018.
Ariana Grande.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Correct! Ariana Grande!
Ariana.
Wow! How did you know? Okay.
I don't know because it's Ariana's Ariana.
True.
And like I fell into a black hole a few weeks ago because I'm not really a fan of Ariana. I wasn't until I started to like because that kind of music isn't really my kind of music. But then I started to get into her life story and how she deals with haters and how she deals with the world. And I actually liked her for that.
Did you
Diba?
start with the donut licking incident?
Yeah. No. I mean, I just like her as a person. She's so cool. She's so chill. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not a fan. Like I don't like her. I mean, like I wasn't a big fan until very recently.
Ako ever since Sweetener ba? That album? I remember listening
Yeah.
to that album like
Yeah.
all day long. By the way, thank you to Sugar for sending me coffee. Hey, thank you.
All right, eto naman another female record breaker. It seems like every time she releases a new album, she breaks a record. In 2015, she broke the single week album sales record in the US. 2 years later, her album became the longest charting album by a woman on the Billboard 200. She also holds 3 Guinness World Records.
Taylor Swift.
No, UK born.
Oh,
Dua Lipa.
Adele.
Yes, Adele.
Adele.
Ah.
Adele.
Oh, ito.
Definitely.
Remember that one challenge that Adele was in na parang they invited people who impersonated
Yeah.
Adele
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yes,
the
yes.
mix. I love that. What show is that?
I don't know.
It's like a
Hmm.
BBC
Yeah, I
show.
don't remember.
Oo, parang
It was
BBC
pretty-
siya eh.
When you became a fan of Adele? Which album?
Set fire to the rain.
Second album.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
21. Mm-mm.
Ako, I became a
And-
fan at 19 pa lang. Like, before she
Chasing
was
Pavements.
Chasing
yeah.
Pavements. Yeah.
Pavements.
Honestly, I heard of Chasing Pavements and not knowing it was Adele. I just really love the song. Tapos ang tagal ko pa bago na discover that it was Adele.
Yeah.
Like, my favorite song, I think, at the time was You Make Me Feel the Way You Never Felt Before. It's just her, best for last. It's just her singing with a bass.
Wow.
You all
And that's
you
not
need,
easy, right?
you will never want more. Yeah, it's
Diba singing
not
with the
easy at
bass
all.
is not easy.
Because
Kasi
you're
iba
gonna-
yung...
Because iba yung key, and it's very low, so
Mm.
you're gonna have to like figure out the key of the bass to be able to sing with it. And when she sang it, it's just perfect. Best for last. Check it out. One of my favorite tracks.
I also like the one
Oh,
from the Bond movie.
Yeah. This is the
Skyfall. Skyfall.
Love that song.
Comes
It's
a
kasi I like dark sounding songs.
time
Parang feeling mo
again.
Okay, ito naman. This, after his death, okay, his albums took up a history-making 19 slots on the Billboard 200 chart at the same time, breaking the Beatles' previous record of 13 albums. Siya 19 albums in the Billboard 200 after his death.
after his death. Prince?
Yes, Prince.
Ooh.
Right? My gosh.
Yeah.
And yung Beatles nagawa nila when they were alive. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, at their
Yeah.
peak. Si Prince did it after his passing on.
It's
I
like,
I
it's like
remember.
paintings, diba? Like after
True.
your death, it's like an artwork, right?
True.
That's when your artwork lives on.
I remember si Dolly Parton saying that she actually made a bunch of tunes for everybody to use for free when she dies. Like, you could, parang it'll only be released after he dies. Tapos,
Yeah.
you know, as a musician, kasi parang gusto niya daw, yun daw yung legacy niya na as a musician, she would help, you know, other musicians who can't afford beat makers to just have this
That's
produced.
amazing.
Yeah, it's cool. Right?
Hey,
Ito very unlikely. Who's this artist? The first person to ever get 100 million likes on Facebook. And in 2015, she was the most liked musician on the platform. Only on Facebook, not other platforms.
Facebook?
Taylor Swift? No.
No.
2015.
Guy?
It's a bit of a surprise. It's a girl.
Kesha?
Nope.
Katy Perry.
Think global. Kasi Facebook, diba? So,
Shakira.
yes, Shakira.
Wow!
Yeah.
Oh.
Kasi diba, the Latin, territories, that's all hers, right?
Yeah.
And nasabi ko yung answer. Let's skip that one. You too eh. They won more Grammys than any other rock band in history. Okay, you too. She became the first female artist to score 3 number 1 hits on the same album, and then went on to break her own record with a 4th number 1 a few years later.
Wait, again.
From the same album.
From the same album, she became the first female artist to score 3 number 1 hits on the same album, and went on to break her own record with a 4th number 1 a few years later. Meron ng mga gumawa after her, pero she was the first.
Beyonce?
No.
Taylor Swift.
No. Earlier.
Earlier. Oh my Avril!
No. Earlier.
Earlier.
Is it not
Mariah. Joke.
No. Earlier.
earlier?
What kind of
Earlier.
album was it?
Uh,
1 minute na
R-
lang tayo.
R&B.
R-
Sige, last na to.
Si
Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston! Yes.
Okay.
We'll do a part 2 of this next Monday because I have more. Okay. All right.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Kasi 'di ba Chico, ano mo yun? That's like your forte, the charts.
Music
Yeah.
history.
I love that. I love music charts. Super.
Well, I mean, if you experienced it all, yeah, definitely. After 25 years, you're
Hoy.
bound to a lot of history.
Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. Monster RX93.1. It's time for the final batch of the top 10. Hello, Team Bahay.
Hello. All right, here we go. How to survive an LTR. Let's start off with Camilo. With friends, you have to agree and commit to certain non-negotiable meetups like birthdays, Christmas. Kumbaga parang we've been friends for so long, I can demand like an SO that we meet up during, of course now with the pandemic, that's different. Pero alam mo yon, yung parang non-negotiable. Pag Christmas, we have to have a Christmas get-together. Pag ganito, we have to have a get-together. In the same way that you demand with your significant others. And from Christopher Salvador, how to survive an LTR, you have a right you have to stand up for your rights, rather. You tell them, you have every right to admit you were wrong. Yes.
You do.
Yeah. Stand up for your rights, diba?
Hmm.
And Archer Aguilar naman says, how to survive an LTR. You have to remember, entry to ni Archer ha, you have to remember, sa TMR lang ako nagtatap. So,
Okay. Good to know.
okay.
Hey, no to bottom shaming.
Wala naman.
Diba, don't shame someone for not being on top, right?
Yeah.
If they're if
Basta
they're
umi-entry.
that's fine.
Basta umi-entry, that's fine.
Keep
Diba?
trying. Sometimes
Mm-mm.
sometimes you're in the bottom, sometimes you're in the top, sometimes you're versa.
You
that's
know
how it
what?
works.
Last night, I was talking to my TM Army friends, and apparently there's this thing called soft stand and hard stand. And then I was thinking, wait lang, what if you're both? Kasi soft stand daw, you stand like your idols, na yung their soft, cute versions. So you're always like, oh, baby, ganon. And then the hard stands are obviously like yung very sexual or ganon, adult looking, ganyan. So anong tawag sa what if you're into both? Right?
Semi-hard?
Or semi soft. Up to you. Like glass half empty.
Semi-hard
But
stand?
Chico, with BTS, ano ka? Do you like the cutie baby stuff or the hard stand? Are you hard?
Do you
for
even
them?
know me?
Because sometimes kasi, di ba?
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes I could say, JK has a really nice baby side and Jimin. Di ba?
Hindi, I can appreciate it too. Pero obviously, I like
Your hard
the...
stand. Yeah, actually, I
Yeah.
would like to say I'm more of leaning to the hard stand.
So leaning to the left, leaning to the right.
Basta hard stand.
Yeah, nobody wants
Okay
my
lang.
hard. We want hard stands.
Yes.
Pero I appreciate the, di ba? They always say that, yung duality nga na
Yeah.
cutie-cutie. Pero pag cutie-cutie, para kasing, alam mo yun, yung parang,
Hindi
it's
talaga.
fine. Oh, it's fine. Pero doon sa isa kasi parang,
Yung parang, oh, Excuse me, JJK!
Parang step on me, di ba?
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
And from the talking lens, sometimes you say sorry not because you're wrong, but because you love the person more than the problem. Medyo mahaba-habang usapan yan kasi some people don't like that. Kasi parang, nag-sorry ka lang para to shut me up. But we didn't really solve the problem, gets? Di ba? Yung iba naman, okay na, basta sila yung panalo. Di ba? So, I guess that depends on you. And from Nero, how to survive an LTR? Wag laging pototoy ang peace offering. Minsan bilhan mo rin ng flowers or food.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Make up,
Pwedeng
make
make
up.
up lang.
Make up.
Yung laging yun yung pang sorry niya, parang sorry na. May gano'n.
Sabihin natin.
Di ba?
Yeah, sometimes,
Wag laging ganon.
sometimes ibigay mo din ang bulaklak mo, paminsan-minsan.
Yung puson ko!
Yun nga, kasi di ba, mahirap naman yun eh. Lagi namang, oh babe, sorry no. Di ba, biglang ganon. So, wag ganon. And coming from Jowie, compliments and affirmation are essential and it's free. So, wag mong ipagdadamot. Like, it's so easy to do that. Compliment your significant other, affirm what you think they need to hear. You know, I mean, napakadaling gawin. Archer Aguilar says, support, even when sometimes you don't understand. Diba? Just because you don't understand their kabaliwan with something or their quirk, doesn't mean you can't support them. Diba?
Yeah.
So,
True.
and the top.
This is the problem. This is the problem when you have a relationship and in the beginning you're playing a different person and they're playing a different person because like you just want to play a role to suit the other person, right? And you want to look perfect. The problem with that is in the future if they find out you're kabaliwan, they didn't sign up for that in the beginning and you didn't sign up for that either. And that's what leads to breakups. So sometimes it is really so much better to be so straightforward with your partner in the beginning and let them know how you feel, let them know what your standpoints are. You can even go political and religious because that'll come up in the future. And see if you guys work together. Not because you're physically compatible does that mean it does not mean that you are emotionally compatible.
Yeah.
True. And the top, how to survive an LTR, comes from Margine LA and Renz Rufil.
They both say,
Margine LA says, pag nilalamig at di kasama ang jowa, mag-jacket! Hindi yung naghahanap agad ng ibang kayakap.
Oo nga. Pwede naman jacket, guys.
Yeah, wear
Diba?
jacket
Yeah, bigyan ng
or
jacket.
mitten, right?
And from Renz Rufil naman, beware of the 4 horsemen of the marriage apocalypse. Criticism, defensiveness, contempt, and stonewalling. Among others, I would say.
Is this between the couple or with other people? Like your marriage and with other people?
I think it's more the marriage.
Siguro within. Oo, within. Kasi like, the one that I read, it was a marriage counselor.
Mhm.
Ang sabi niya, parang with all the hundreds and thousands of couples na parang counsel niya, for him or her, I don't remember, the biggest poison daw in a relationship is contempt. It's not hatred, it's not anger, it's not whatever. It's contempt. Makikita mo daw yung the way they talk to each other, the way they talk about each other. According to that psychologist, contempt is the killer of relationships. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty eye-opening. Yung, ano siya, it's a step.
It's a step for more than than hatred, no? Because
Yes.
you really can't.
Believe it or not.
Is that-
Kasi di ba yung sabi nila, hatred minsan, it's because you love them so much. Kaya it turns into hate. Contempt kasi is muhi. Pagkamuhi. Like, you can't stand them. Yun eh. As opposed to like, I'm so angry with you. You did this to me. That's different.
But what's worse,
Contempt is-
that or apathy?
Baka after contempt is apathy.
Kasi wala ka ng pake.
Wala. Yung parang, you just wanna get out
Yeah.
of there.
Oh,
Pero
parang
I
ano
don't
ka na nun eh. I think you've already left the
done.
relationship
Oo.
by that
Yeah,
time.
true.
Oo.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, that's
But
according to that
honestly,
article.
it's also such a big factor for me. Criticism, but more on like the negative side. Kasi parang instead of saying na, oh, I'm criticizing you because I love you, you know, this is coming from a place of love. Sometimes I don't understand that.
You know, sometimes I've learned the best way to criticize someone is through humor. Make like I mean, if you're in a relationship with someone,
Yeah.
make a joke about it, and it
Yeah.
works.
Like to soften the blow.
It's to soften the blow and
Mm.
to really like get you in the mood for the
Right.
blow. You get
Can
me?
you harden the blow if you soften the blow?
Bakit ano? Napunta na naman tayo sa hard.
Soften ha?
Hindi.
Ano ba yan?
Kasi parang, is there such a thing when you say, oh, I want to soften the blow? Can you harden the blow? Di ba? Meron bang ganun na?
Don't use teeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Naging uwak.
Because it goes grrr,
Naging
it goes
uwak.
grrr, diba? When you harden the blow, it's you get angry.
Hindi, syempre,
So you show teeth.
when you harden the blow, it's just the blow. Wala nang, kasi diba?
So you're just hardened.
Oo,
You're
yun
just
na yun.
hardened.
Kaya soften.
Soften.
Diba?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Sabi
Alright.
nila, kaya daw we're celebrating 25 years of TMR kasi hanggang dito na lang. Until here, and we're done! Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway.
All right,
Yeah.
but do we have entries?
Yeah. Ikaw, Markki?
Ako muna. Hindi, kayo muna.
Sige. For me kasi, you just have to accept that at one point, your partner's gonna change. You can't expect them to be the same person you were with the first time around. I think that also makes your relationship exciting.
Yeah.
You know? I really hate it when people say, oh, you've changed. Like it's a bad thing?
Yeah.
Ano ko dito, bato? Hindi, di ba? Galit na
Yeah.
galit yon? Right?
Uh,
Just saying.
Okay. So sometimes you get into a relationship and everything's whole hum perfect in the beginning, right? You have like a great emotional and sexual connection. But at a certain point, this is the sexual positivity, right? At a certain point, the sex goes. And you have to understand that, you know, it's not going to be the same as it was in the beginning. And once the sex goes, you can't, and you still love the person, don't ruin the relationship just because the sex isn't as good as what it was. Try to keep the relationship going if you guys are good for each other because there is a partnership and in the future talaga it will go. And if you're able to live a life with this individual and be a partner to this individual without it being just purely about the sex, then you know they're probably a keeper.
Right.
Because you're able to be with them without anything, without even if, for example, you have sex once a year, that's still fine. After 8 years into a relationship, you will get bored and it's normal. You're just going to have to keep loving the individual for who they are and they will love you for who you are. That's the key to a long-term relationship.
I'll go before you, Chico, since ikaw yung pinaka long-term relationship.
True.
Yeah.
How to survive an LTR? I think I'm just gonna keep it simple. Always root for each other. Always
Love
root
that.
for your partner. Support your partner. Be their number one fan, and don't be the doubt or the person that
Oh
plants
my
doubt in
God.
their heads. Believe in them, even when they don't like fully believe in themselves when it comes to certain things. Kasi, yeah, you don't want to be that person to
Iboto, Hazel Aguilon, 2022.
Hindi siya pa, alam mo, hindi siya pwedeng iboto eh. Hindi siya pwedeng
Bakit?
tumakbo. Ano na siya? Commissioner na siya ng PAGCOR, di ba? Siya na si Madam Commissioner, di ba?
Oh, Madam Commish.
grabe!
Kala ko,
Siya na si
kala ko
Madam
sasabihin-
Commissioner.
Kala ko sasabihin mo, Chico, bawal late.
grabe! Grabe!
Grabe kayo, hindi naman.
Oo.
Ay.
Ay nako, hindi ko sasabihin yung ano, comment ni Nero, basahin nyo na lang. Di ba sabi mo iboto Hazel Aguilar?
Bottom naman talaga, girl.
Mm-mm.
Ay, talaga? Wait lang. Ay, oo nga.
Yeah.
No, I mean, not that I know. It's just that we talked about it. That sounded so... It's because we talked about it, okay?
Okay, let me ask. In the situation that you finally give Hazel a bath, who will be on lying on the in the bath, the bottom, the one lying in the bath, and who will be the one scrubbing
I'm
on the top?
scrubbing, diba?
So you'll be the one. So
Scrubbing.
in this situation, you'll be on
The scrubbing. The scrubber.
the okay, the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah, the
Okay.
scrubber. The scrubber.
Yes.
Chico!
Ako na nga nag-propose,
Chico,
diba?
nag-cover na lang ng ear.
Useless naman, naka-headset ako, kaya lalo ko nadidinig. It's pointless.
Tayo, Chico.
It's pointless. Ako magpapaligo sa'yo. Ayokong ako
Ikaw ang-
magpapaligo.
ikaw ang-
Oo.
So ikaw
Ako
ang magiging-
taga-scrub. Ako taga-scrub.
So ikaw
Hindi,
magiging
Markki,
in the top?
wala ka naman daw sa bathtub eh. Nakatayo ka. So, sa ilalim mo siya, nagsascrub.
Hazel! Grabe, Hazel!
Di ba when you scrub
Yes.
someone, you have to start from the feet, diba?
From the
Going
feet,
up to the
oo.
legs, to the...
Pero kasi ako, naisip ko na yung spot na una kitang isa-scrub eh. Parang medyo here, kilikili, ganon.
Sa top muna.
Oo.
Baba.
Middle. Mm-mm.
Wait. Are we really having this conversation? Are we really having this conversation?
On air! Did we forget? On national radio?
Ano to? Ano ba to? The morning hilod? Diyos ko, Monday na Monday. Sige.
Alright,
Well,
anyway.
that's the start of this. If there's any indication for this entire anniversary week,
Yep.
here you
This
go.
is it.
This
Okay.
is it.
Oh, what's yours,
Oh.
Chico?
Ayaw nga pala. You know what? Kasi diba we have this thing about like relationships, romantic, and then we have family. For me, if you're really going to last, you're going to have to consider or to treat your romantic partner as your family. You know why? Because diba, for better or for worse, you're stuck with your family and you don't replace your family, you don't break up with your parents, you don't have a cool off with your brothers and sisters. So parang if you consider them as, inextricable parts of your life, then it's not even part of the equation. It's not even an option. So yeah, you will tend to stick around. Kasi if they're your like jowa, they're your like romantic partners, parang there's still that shadow, that Damocles sword hanging over you that we can always break up, if we don't get along or if we fight. But if you treat them as like part of your family, you're like, then, you're not going to even consider breaking up with them. You're just going to find a solution to the problem. You're going to find a way to get back to, being good together. Yeah.
When you say part of
I
the
really
family,
like that.
like mommy or daddy? Or like,
Parang parang parent. Ganon. Let's stick with parent. Let's stick with parent. So,
Yeah. No, but I like
we-
that. And Chico, I remember when you told me this. Like we had a conversation, and I said, "Yeah, Chico, what if Baby Whale does something bad? Or kung may ginawa siyang bad, will you forgive right away?" Tapos sinabi niya yun sa akin na parang it's evolved like a Pokemon.
Mhm.
It's evolved from being that a relationship into part of the family. And when you feel
ba like
you're
ano?
in,
like kunyari,
Like-
di ba, like I've heard so many moms say this. Like when their kids do something completely horrible. Di ba parang you don't like throw them out. Well, at least most parents won't throw them out. Yung
I've been
parang
thrown out.
no matter how horrible your kids are, they're your kids and you love them
Yeah.
and you'll never like throw them away. So medyo ganon. Yung parang if it reaches that level, if you've been together like for so many years, you're not just going to throw them away. Like, okay, you did something bad. Bye, Felicia. You know, it's not going to be as simple as that. So yeah.
That's why I love those, those coming out videos. And then laging reply ng mga parents. I love it when they say, anak naman, anak kita eh. Alam ko yun. Yung parang ganon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yung parang,
Yeah.
don't even consider it. Na parang, I'm gonna throw you out. Anak kita. I love that.
You know what? Interestingly enough, something happened recently wherein I was told that this individual was saying stuff about me. And I took it and I said, okay, maybe there is a bearing to what was said, but this needs to be talked about. So I spoke to this person about it and I said, I don't have any hard feelings. I don't have any anger towards you because I know that that's how you are as a person.
Right.
You need to let it out. So you just need to understand the quirks talaga. And from that, understand that may pagkakamali yung mga kasama mo sa buhay.
True.
Right? And from that, evolve. And treat them as
Yes.
family. And understand that.
True. So there you go.
Man.
That's
Yay.
day one of anniversary week. We
Yay.
have more.
Yeah.
More
Yes.
pasabog
Yes.
in the coming days. So, oh, and ano pala we'd like to invite everybody to start sending in our anniversary topic. I don't have one yet. So, if you have some so,
What happened?
what was that? There's an insect in our room. Ba't merong insect?
Some insane.
Did you see that? It attacked me. It went in my eye. Oh my gosh!
Okay.
There was a.
Ay,
But then in your ano,
Too Hot to Handle. Have you watched it? Too Hot to Handle. There's one episode where the guy was having a romantic dinner with a girl and suddenly a cockroach flies on his forehead. Nakakatawa. Like it just landed on his forehead. It was like this romantic
No.
conversation.
bakit merong insekto? Ay, ayan na naman! It's attacking me! Did you see that?
please, if you want to see what's happening, always, watch us on Facebook Live, okay?
It's attacking me!
Oh my gosh.
Send in your
Anyway,
anniversary topics, okay? Twitter, to me.
Yes,
All
please.
right.
And that's it
Bye.
for today's episode. See you again tomorrow, 6 a.m. Up next, we got All Out. Bye, everybody. Happy Monday.
Bye!
Happy Monday.